Hi guys, I'm back. Yeah, back in my car. Seem to be able to go on these tirades and rants when I'm in my car. I gotta go pick up some emergency drink. Not for me, for my husband. Because he needs it, because he's out there with all the yahoos. In any case, here's a fun fact. Since, I mentioned the housing crisis we are fixing to fall right back into, that we did in 2008. Subprime didn't go away, people. No, it didn't. It's actually now goes by non-QM. Non-QM means non-qualifying mortgage. Same thing subprime meant. Yeah, it was on pause for a little bit during the COVID, but it's back. So if you think that we're not heading back to where we were in 2008, you're hearing it here, because we are. I also want to specifically state, if you're banking with the Wells, the Bank of Americas, the Chase, I highly recommend that you stop. You pull your money out. Oh wow, there's a homeless guy, but he's got cigarettes. How do you afford cigarettes if you're homeless? I don't have any words for that. In any case, pull your money out of those big banks. I mean, literally, I'm still in shock that they told General Flynn his money wasn't welcome at Chase's bank. I mean, geez. Just so you know, a bank's ability to lend money is based on the amount of deposits they have in their bank. So, when you start pulling money out of the banks, the big banks, it hurts them. So don't bank with the big bank. Bank with the small local hometown banks that started there, that have no desire to be a national bank, be part of the big boy clubs with the Wells and the Bank of Americas and the Chase. That's the top three that come to my mind. Which, speaking of, Bank of America and Wells are notorious for borrowers who were in a crisis, who were foreclosed upon, more so with government loans. So, for example, you had an FHA loan. It got foreclosed upon because you fell on hard times. Well, generally, when they sell your house on the courthouse steps, a sheriff's deed is filed. That allows them to transfer the title. Bank of America and Wells will monitor your credit and wait 3 years out. And when you get an inquiry on your credit report showing that maybe, you're ready to try it again, that homeownership, because it is your biggest asset, that it's important to, keep that house, which that's totally another topic about making your mortgage payment first. As an underwriter, it's the first thing we look at is, did you pay for the roof over your head? However, let's go back to the big banks. So they'll monitor your credit, because with FHA, 3 years after they foreclose upon you, from the filing of the sheriff's deed, if you've reestablished credit, you can get another FHA loan. Sorry, we gotta pay attention too. So you can get another FHA loan after 3 years after the filing of the sheriff's deed. Bank of America and Wells will wait until they get that inquiry and then file the sheriff's deed. Oh yeah, this is a fact. I've seen it. I've seen it way too many times as an underwriter. And it frankly pisses me off because, you already have a foreclosure, you've already lost the roof over your head, and now they're trying to penalize you. And again, they think you're not going to fight them. You could fight them. I mean, it's just shocking how much these big banks have gotten into bed with these elitists, which the left is now the elitists. They're the woke, the agnostic, the atheist. They don't care about America. They care about their pockets. Which, onto another topic, how is it that they have the right to get on the Capitol floor and do their speeches and lie. Our country was founded on Christian morals and principles. How is it that they can get on the floor of the people's house and give their speeches and lie? Like Adam Schiff. I can't with that dude. That's a totally bigger topic for me than today. But yeah, don't you think that they need to pass a law that if they're going to get out there and speak, that it be truthful? Adam Schiff knew the Russian hoax, which I'm sick of that word again, he knew it was a hoax. He knew it was fake. He knew it was dummied up, all gussied up, which, speaking of, I'm going to also read, possibly tonight, the first set of transcripts that came out of the Durham trial that's going on in Virginia, which is very important because Durham's trying it himself. Thank God. Thank God it's not in D.C. because you couldn't get a good jury pool there to save your life. However, I do think that these politicians need to be held accountable to us as the people. You don't go to the people's house and lie. You don't. And we don't serve them. They serve us. That whole January 6th thing, they should have asked themselves that one moment when they were scared. Why were they scared? We are not to be ruled by anyone. I believe that's called the Revolutionary War. I mean, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure some of you will if I am. However, we don't bow to a king. We don't bow to a queen. It's the whole purpose of us being in America is so we can have our freedom. And right now, we don't owe them anything. They owe us. They've got explaining to do. Not just the Democrats. I mean, we have some rhinos in that office. I used to like Mitch McConnell. I don't know why. Because he's putting conservative judges in. He's not any better. I mean, I get that we have to stay with the party, kind of. I mean, the left is all about anti-American and wanting to be under a global government, which I'm going to tell you right now, good luck with that. And if I hurt someone's feelings in here, I don't care. That's your problem, not mine. You need to think about why I hurt your feelings. That's like, words. When someone calls me to see you next Tuesday and I'm like, that's all you got is a word? I got a mouthful and a dictionary and I know how to use them. Most of the time. I'm not getting all flustered and I can't get the words out of my head fast enough because of having that flu issue 3 times. Yeah, it's a bummer. That's another topic as well. I'd love to know how many of you guys have had it more than once. Because 3 times, it sucks. And I didn't take the jab, I refused to, and I'm so glad I didn't, based on the information that I've seen come out. But really, let's go back to these Congress people. We don't owe you a thing. You owe us. You are a public servant. I am sick of, oh, wow, oh, private servant, public citizen. No, hell to the no. You need to fear the people. And I'm not saying violence by any means, but they need to know who they answer to. They answer to us. Don't be going onto the Capitol floor, doing your debates, doing your speeches, getting on your communist news network, CNN, MSNBC, that Maddow chick, telling lies. I am so sick of the lies. Do you realize for every one lie you tell, you've got to tell 10 truths to cover up the one? And frankly, I don't have the memory for it. I don't. Do you have the memory to remember every lie you tell? So it's best just to be honest, even if sometimes the truth hurts. Now, banks. Let's go back. Let me wrap this back up for you guys. Take your money out of the big banks. Go to your small hometown banks. Every state has locally owned small banks. Put your money there. Help your community there. More so if you got a bank that just lends in your area, not nationally, put your money there. Take it out of the Wells. Take it out of the Bank of Americas and the Chases. Because, again, the less deposits they have, the less they can lend. Which, now that I think of it, are they being audited as much as the mid-size and the small banks are? Because they've been hammering those mid-size and small banks. I mean, hammering the hell out of them with audits after audits after audits. It is painful. It is ridiculous. You write policies and procedures. Policies are words. Unless you're in there every day, you really don't know if those procedures are being followed. You can have a policy. Doesn't mean someone's following it. In any case. Again, let me pull myself back in here. Take your money out of the big banks. Take them to your local banks. Ones that are local to you. The best way to hurt a big bank who's in cahoots with the government is take your money out. Yeah. And ask when you go to vote, but before you vote, I should say, ask the candidate that's running what their take is on changing the law with people that we've elected lying on our floor in our Capitol. That has to change. No more lies. Oh, Jesus. In any case, stay safe and don't talk to ugly strangers. Until the next time, see you then.